Oh, and mine's and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess, and you got a lot of nerve showing up here like that. Swear to God, can't have nothing nice around here. But since you're here, I guess while we were doing another live stream, we also went in on this Albatross burner knife. So if you're just getting here, a little while ago I reached out to Albatross and I said, hey, you guys want to work with me? The channel kind of focuses on cool stuff below $50. And they got a lot of cool stuff under $50. And I specifically asked for the FKO 55, and they sent that, but they also sent this stack of $10 burners, which, an odd choice, but this is what they wanted me to show you, so here we are together at this point in space and time. And let's take a look at what we're holding, because it actually has bothered people when I didn't. And first things first, and most importantly, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. We have got these green anodized aluminum scales. We got a flipper tab, so let's flick the bean. And we got a 3-inch blade in steel. So the steel's not identified. We're not sure what it is. And after Cardboard Slayer, I'm really not sure what it is. But I carried it for a week. It carried pretty good. You know, in the pocket, it wasn't terribly offensive. It didn't cause any major problems. The hook here was a little bit of a nuisance getting it into the pocket just because, you know, you've got it right here going in the pocket, and that did hook on the hem a little bit, but it was easy enough to avoid. And, you know, it cut well enough. It didn't do so great on the cardboard or the plastic wrap on the pallets, which was expected. The hook right here didn't do a thing to the plastic wrap. I couldn't find any straps to cut with it, unfortunately. But, you know, I fed it a few pieces of cardboard. It did all right. So I thought, yeah, this is an okay burner, especially because these just were not able to be found. The dropout, they apparently more were in stock at the time of recording this, but I'm not worried about it because I have mine. But, you know, I said I think this is an okay burner knife, and I do apologize for that because, the Cardboard Slayer. The Cardboard Slayer. We started off at a 173 on the edge tester, which is a pretty decent number. That is not shabby at all. We started cutting cardboard and it came out of the gate swinging. Those were some nice cuts. They did good, but between 20 and 30 minutes, we went down to a 603 right there at that first point of contact where it does the most work. So I figured maybe something fishy was happening, so I went further towards the tip on another test and pulled a 479. I went farther back, where there's also significantly less use. 462. There are very few knives we have done that did that badly starting off with that good of an edge. We have had some bad ones that did need to be sharpened after 15 or 20 minutes, but, you know, this is bad. This is very, very bad. And I probably could have had it last a good bit longer if I put a new edge on it at around 18 degrees and then rocked that out. It probably would have lasted the better part of an hour, maybe pushed out to an hour and a half if we were lucky. 3CR steel tends to go for about an hour and a half as far as we can tell. 4CR will go somewhere around the same, maybe a little bit more. But like this should have lasted a good hour on that edge. It should have lasted a good solid hour, maybe a few extra minutes, and oh my God, man, that was some bad edge wear. And, you know, I was so tired at the end of that. By the time we hit that point, I didn't bother sharpening it back up and going back in. I may do that later as a special treat for you guys if we have another knife that burns out really fast and I need to fill some time. You know, those live streams are 7-hour deals, so we do have to have stuff to do on those things. So this will be in the wings waiting, and if we have a live stream where the knife burns out early, we got something to do. But as it stands, yeah, I mean, this is, this was so bad on the factory edge. It was so bad. And that's the thing. Like, Albatross makes some really cool stuff. If you guys haven't seen it, here is the FKO 55. And, of course, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. We got G10 right here with the hex pattern in it. We got a flipper tab. Let's flick the bean. And we got 3 inches of D2 steel. We got the D2 on here, and, of course, we got a beautiful grind on it. Like, the grind on this thing is beautiful. And this thing did a little over 4 hours. The D2, like the wear pattern on it, like as it wore out, it did a great job wearing out gradually. This did great. I'm not sure why they wanted me to show you this. And they need to be sticking to this stuff. These need to be phased out, or the blade steel needs to be bumped up a little bit to, like, I don't know, 7 CR at the least. But they do this stuff. This is fantastic. This is straight up trash. I mean, garbage. So, yeah. I mean, there are so many other options available at the $10 price range. Like, if you need a $10 knife, like, you might be able to catch one of these online, like, the very minute I'm recording this. Some guys are saying that they're available online again. So they might be showing up again sometime soon. But, you know, you're better off, sir, swinging by Harbor Freight and grabbing the Gordon Flipper knife as opposed to grabbing this. And I hate to do that, because Albatross is kind enough to send me these things, but I gotta be honest. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you about these. It's not a paid sponsorship. They didn't ask me to be overtly nice. I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. And this thing, there was a little bit to like. The liner lock worked well enough. The pocket clip did good enough. The scales, they feel good in the hand. I didn't get a chance to get far enough in to tell you that whether or not the ergonomics were terrible. Ergonomics were good enough. But, man, that blade steel's trash, and this hook right here is just a nuisance more so than something that helps. You know, it's somebody obviously went, hey, here's a feature we can add. Okay, cool. Like, nobody needs this on a $10 burner knife. Like, no one. You know, even if you need to cut rope or something like that, like, you're not going to be using that hook for it. It just, it takes up space, and it's something that doesn't need to be there. So, you guys know, I love sharing with you what happened during Cardboard Slayer, and that's what happened to this thing during Cardboard Slayer. Oh my god, it was bad, but I can't think of much else to add. So, all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. Y'all keep coming in. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We have giveaways coming up. We got live streams and regular videos. There's plenty of activities. Comments, I love some feedback. Let's hear it. And all that being said, y'all have a nice day.